there! I'm here with Janine, and we are going to have a fun and friendly and non-competitive, non-stressful battle. That's right. That's universal sign language for non-competitive, non-stressful battle.
Yes.
Except for you wouldn't say "hoo-yah," because
Huzzah?
otherwise you wouldn't need sign language.
Oh.
Okay, so it's Dark Elves
Dun dun.
v Dwarves.
Dun dun.
All right, that's some good enthusiasm there. All right, and I'm not going to show you a play-by-play. It's not even a not rep. We're just going to maybe show a few of the mechanics of the game, and you know, as they occur, weird stuff. It'll be great. Okay, here's what the battlefield looks like. Here's your eagle's eye shot there. We've got impassable, forest, hill, forest, hill, impassable, impassable. And in terms of deployables, you count all the war machines as one, so there's one. All the heroes as one, so that's 2 deployables for me. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the units. Janine has 1, 2 for all the cannons, 3, 4, and then her characters make 5. So Janine finished deploying first per force, and she gets +1 to her roll to go first, for option to go first. And we actually already rolled this, but let's roll again and see if it comes out the same. So I got a 1, and she rolled me and smoked me with, this is take 3, she's won all 3 times. The gods have decreed it. And with +1, that would be 7. So you're going to go first or second?
First.
Because?
So I can shoot my cannons.
That's right. Otherwise, I'm going to press you.
Yeah.
With the guys running up.
My cannons shall do damage. We'll see how horrible I am at guess.
It's the shooting phase. And you do guess weapons first, like cannons. So Janine's going to show us how to fire a cannon.
Alright. So first, I pivot so it's facing the model that I'm shooting at.
Uh-huh.
So, for this one, I'm going to shoot it right at your standard bearer.
Okay.
And I'm going to guess.
Right, and then you guess a number.
30 inches.
The cannon. 30 inches. A lot of people will actually write it down on a little slip of paper.
Oh, okay.
But no, you don't need to. I'm not requiring that. I'm just saying. Okay, 30 inches, and
this one's going to go to this middle guy right here.
Okay.
And we will also guess 30 inches. Why not?
Okay, 30 inches to both.
Yes.
Now, a trick with that is that when you start the game, you do know where the front of your deployment zone is, and also where
the front of their deployment zone
and that it's 24 inches.
These guys are set a little bit further back than the deployment zone.
Those are back actually about 7 inches.
So, and then I have to roll the artillery dice.
Right. So that's the next step.
So first I measure the 30 inches.
So we have to determine where the cannonball shot hits,
which is going to be
where
a little bit
it touches ground and actually starts bouncing.
So it's right
30
in the middle
inches.
of the movement.
Okay, I got it. So the cannonball hits right there, just behind the standard bearer. And then we add this amount.
Number 2. 6.
6 inches. So 36 inches all told is where the cannonball hits. So the cannonball strikes right about yay.
Yep.
And then, so obviously it's not going to hit anything.
Nope.
That's an overshot.
Yep.
Okay, I think we may see roughly the same thing here.
This one's a little bit further back, so we might get a little bit more, but probably not.
Yep, it's right on.
Okay.
And roll the artillery dice.
8 inches.
8 inches.
So,
So that's
again,
an overshot as well.
First time doing guess weapons.
Okay, well, there you go. Awesome.
Oh, tell me.
Okay, so I charged the miners, unfortunately for me, and they used blasting charges to get die 6, strength 6 hits on me as I charged in. That annihilated that unit except for one guy. And the harpies did a wound, and we're figuring out if that gets through the armor.
They have
and
light
pretty much
armor, so 6 up.
I'm circling the camp here. But these miners, okay, I gotta tell you, miners are kind of like the dwarfs' answer to cavalry. That they get across the board quick, they just kind of pop in from the table edge, which I think is really cool. Plus, miners have blasting charges. Is that what they're called, right?
Blasting charges, yeah.
That's awesome. That's an upgrade that allows them to, if something charges them, they blow up like this minefield in front of themselves, or if they have grenades or something. And they have one of 2 Warhammer Fantasy equivalents of a power claw or power fist, which is the rock drill, which can be used to make them show up from reserves faster and also to kill things in close combat. It's insane. What's the other power fist equivalent in fantasy?
Oh.
Any guess? It's not dwarfs. It's Skaven.
Oh, I don't know Skaven.
Like bands, the wristbands of power that allow them to hit things. Anyway.
Ridiculous.
So yeah, so far the dwarfs are looking pretty cool. And people say, well, they're not very much of a moving game. That might be true, but I'd say the miners are the equivalent of dwarven cavalry. They get across the board. You get one chance to shoot at them. Brutal. Okay, here's an unusual situation. This is the Dark Elves charging the dwarfs in the rear of the unit. So the question is, who can fight here? Now, in my last game, I had a situation where there was only one guy back here. And so how we fought it was just this guy and then the 2 guys in base contact with him. But it turns out that's wrong. That it's actually everybody. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys are considered in contact. Basically, you ignore the empty space there.
The dwarves have died. They died at many deaths, with the many dyings, and the dead.
Awesome. But you know what? A good time was had by all. Oh, here comes the handshake. Ma'am, thank you.
Oh, they hit their toes.
They hit their toes.
They hit their toes.
They hit their toes. That's awesome. Well, I got to tell you, that was a lot of fun. That was great. I also might point out that her whole army, 1,200 points, right, is made from the Battle for Skull Pass 2 sets. So the whole
Get together with a friend.
Yeah, get together with a friend and you're set. It's a lot of fun. That was a fun game.